Happy Wednesday, my fellow strangers. This is Mrs. Strange, and on today's episode of Stranger Universe, I will talk about a new LEGO set for Stranger Things 5, and the final episode possibly heading to theaters. Before we start, please like, comment, and subscribe to see more episodes from Stranger Universe. Turn on your notifications to never miss another episode again. Follow us on our social media platforms to stay updated with Mrs. Strange and the Stranger Universe family every day. And now, let us begin. Right off the bat, LEGO and Stranger Things have teamed up once again to build a Creel House set featuring the WSQK van and the characters in their Season 5 outfits. This marks the second time that the Netflix series has a dedicated LEGO set, the first time being a set themed to Season 1 labeled the Upside Down with the original kids, Joyce, Hopper, and the Demogorgon along with the Byers house in both worlds. I suspected that we would see more LEGO sets dedicated to the seasons that followed, such as a Starcourt Mall set that features the Mind Flayer, or a Creel House set with Eddie Munson playing his guitar. Well, we kinda are getting the latter, except that instead of being themed to Season 4 and featuring Eddie, it will actually be based after the final season. We already saw in the set leaks last year that they would revisit the Creel House, but I'm surprised that they're doing it as the main basis for this LEGO set instead of the WSQK radio station, considering we have the Squawk van right here next to the house. This LEGO is releasing on January 1st for $300. The brick company tends to release new sets on the 1st of the month, and with the finale releasing on New Year's Eve, people can get their fix of a new Stranger Things LEGO set the day after. Looking at the set itself, there are 13 characters involved, and thanks to this image, we can see everyone. The immediate takeaway here is that Joyce, Hopper, and the Demogorgon are not featured unlike the first LEGO set. Instead, we have all of the older teenagers, Max Mayfield, Holly Wheeler, and the strangest thing of all, Vecna in both his monstrous form and the hallucinatory human form known as Mr. Whatsit. This is the disguise he will use to get close to Holly and other little kids throughout the plot of Season 5 according to plot spoilers. It is no surprise that he is placed alongside Holly, who looks to be dressed in an outfit similar to Alice in Wonderland like recent articles have been describing. We can also see Max in clothes we haven't seen him wear before, which makes me wonder if this is her look from the epilogue. And lastly, we have Will Byers in a seemingly trance state, because the big thing here is that his eyes are wide open and white, like if he is possessed. Kind of a dark visual for a LEGO minifigure. Some fans pointed out how he looks an awful lot like how he does here in the teaser trailer, at the back of the room behind the other characters, and his placement next to Vecna is purposeful. Let us know if you're buying this LEGO set in the comments section down below. Our next topic might give you a little bit of deja vu, and that's because we literally just talked about the same exact topic in two separate videos this past week, the second one literally 2 days ago. However, we now have an update with massive implications. As Stranger Things approaches its conclusion with Season 5, Netflix might be making history by breaking its long-standing rule of not releasing its originals in theaters. According to Matt Belloni from Pup News, the Stranger Things series finale will be released in theaters on New Year's Eve, the same day it premieres on Netflix. This 2-hour episode will be screened on AMC and other movie chains. This decision comes after the Duffer Brothers recently suggested a theatrical release for the final episode, but Netflix's Bella Bajaria rejected that proposal. While the deal has not been officially signed, it seems certain that this feature-length finale will be released in theaters and would mark a historic moment for Netflix. It will be the first time in the company's history that any of its original series will earn a theatrical release. While major shows have often been screened in theaters, this move by Netflix is particularly surprising given its recent anti-theater stance. In our previous video from Monday talking about this possibility, we brought up how Netflix executives emphasize streaming as the future, dismissing the theaters as an outmoded idea. But in recent months, it appears that the streamer has reversed course in its position. Several Netflix movies have been released in theaters, and they made a surprising move a few months ago by organizing a sing-along event for K-pop Demon Hunters. As the fantasy musical gained popularity, the streaming service released the movie in cinemas 2 months after its debut on their app, and it became the top-grossing film of the weekend of August 23rd. As a result, the movie will be re-released in theaters on Halloween thanks to their brand new contract with AMC Theaters, which now may shift gears towards Stranger Things as we reach the end of the year. Netflix seems to be embracing the theatrical experience, and the decision behind Stranger Things makes sense considering how big of a pop culture phenomenon it truly is. Additionally, Stranger Things Season 5 has generated the most anticipation since its announcement, as it marks the final episodes concluding our gang's journey with their war against the Upside Down. With just a month left before Volume 1, viewers now have another chance to experience the series on the big screen. The only issue I have with this report is that it comes from Puck News, which previously reported that the final season would have episodes ranging from 90 to 120 minutes, which was clearly debunked by Ross Duffer on Instagram shortly after. But on the other hand, there are lots of signs pointing towards this becoming reality. There is also the social media ad from O2 in the United Kingdom promoting early access to watch the first episode of Season 5 on November 24th, and according to those who have a subscription to the app, it is legit. Clearly, the final season will have a presence in movie theaters, one way or another. Overall, very engaging times. And that is all that we have for today. What are your thoughts on all of these new updates for Stranger Things Season 5? Today's special shout-out is for Drew Vilkoshti. To get a chance at becoming our next special Stranger Universe shout-out, type it down in the comments section below. Turn on your notifications to never miss another Stranger Universe episode like this one. Join us on our episode premieres to interact with Mrs. Strange and other members of the Stranger Universe family. Thank you all for watching. I am Mrs. Strange, and this is Stranger Universe. Over and out.